Hey guys, so today I saw this channel. What was it? I forgot. Cooper. Look at this. What? So, anyways, let's watch Cooper.
Funny. Please consider cutting it back.
My insane freshman roommate. This is a brand new video, just came out. So yeah, let's watch it.
So in my freshman year of college, I shared a dorm with 3 other guys. And going into it, I had no idea who these people were gonna be. And I was so nervous, but also kind of excited.
Okay.
Like, wow, these people could be anyone, you know?
It could be awesome, you know.
These could be my new best friends for life.
Sure.
I could meet the future best man at my wedding. Or I could meet a guy who will trash the entire living room and traumatize everyone.
Okay.
The incident of the rotting shrimp.
That's what the title said, right?
Right now, everyone. Who do you think it was?
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay, so I can't lie. 2 of them were actually super chill. It was
Okay.
great. No complaints there. It was
Okay,
only
but
this
this
third
guy.
that had to
Third
go
guy.
and ruin it for everyone. We'll call him Antonius Smitherson. Okay. Oh my god, that's so unfunny. Sorry. Okay, we won't call him anything. In all
Okay.
fairness, he was not a terrible person, but there are just some people you do not vibe with on such a fundamental level that it feels legally actionable. You know what I
Alright.
mean? Our first
Doing
impression
good
of him was
so
that he
far, I
brought
like
like
this.
5 friends over without warning, and the ruckus these people made was life-changing to witness. Like, for hours into the dead of night, and I was
Okay.
just lying there crying myself to sleep, wishing I brought earplugs. Then the next day he was like, I'm going to the store, wanna come? And I was like, yeah, sure, you know, maybe we got off on the wrong foot here, I'll give this guy a chance, right? And so we walked over to his car, and he was
Okay.
like, oh dude, check it out. And he opens the trunk and shows
What is in
me
it?
all of these weapon parts that he brought from home. And I was like, oh, so like, are you allowed to
In the cottage? Number 1, why do you have weapons? Number 2, why do you have weapons? Number 3, why do you
have that on campus?
Sure.
Or, and he was like,
like what? Self-defense or something? But you took the parents. You cannot have weapons at the campus. So you can't know. Guys should know why.
probably not. And then he starts playing
Okay.
horrible heavy metal music and speeding down every intersection. But by far, the most shocking part of this guy was his diet. Like, he genuinely lived exclusively off microwave popcorn and sunflower seeds. I
It's
shit
just
you
trash.
not, I never once saw him eating anything else. And the way this guy
Really?
eats sunflower seeds, oh my god, I will never forgive him for this. This one time, he
Okay.
went to a party, and me and the other roommates were watching Princess Mononoke, one of the greatest films ever created. And mind you, this was our
I don't know that
first
movie,
time
but
watching
sure,
it, and it
you
was
know,
the last 10 minutes of
I
the
believe
film.
you.
The pivotal, most
I can-
beautiful scenes, right? We were
Sorry, I don't
completely
watch
entranced.
movies.
And he comes stomping back in and sits down with his sunflower seeds like, is this anime? That's how he ate his sunflower seeds. Like, and I was like, yeah, it's anime. Oh,
Okay.
what's that guy's name? Oh, shut up! And wow, I bet you're thinking in your brain right now, you're thinking, Cooper, there's no way it can get any worse than
It get worse.
interrupting Princess Mononoke. And boy, do I wish you were right. But you see,
It
I
get
lied
worse.
to you about his diet.
I
There was
know.
actually one other thing that he loved to eat, and
What's that?
is shrimp. Imagine,
Shrimp.
if you will, me coming back from class to this horrible smell of burning seafood, and I open the door, and he's in there grilling and boiling shrimp. Yes,
Okay.
grilling and boiling shrimp on this tiny little George Foreman grill and pot of
Inside
water
a
in our
campus.
living room. I don't even know how he
Inside
got
a
that. It
living
was
room?
definitely not allowed in there. And I was like, oh, dude, so, what's with this shrimp? And he was like, bro,
just cooking
I
it."
just love shrimp so much, bro. And it was about a month after this particular
Look
day
at despair.
that the incident occurred. We were all in the living room, and one of my other roommates was like, hey, can I borrow your pot to cook some ramen? Oh yeah, sure. Oh, I may have forgotten to clean it, sorry. Oh, that's fine.
What?
What is it?
So it turns out he did more than forget to clean that pot, because it was in fact full of decaying, rotting shrimp that was being sealed away by the lid like an ancient Lovecraftian horror. And the instant my roommate released it, the entire dorm was immediately flooded with the most putrid, foul, skin-crawling, nightmare-inducing stench to ever curse this realm. I literally sprinted to the bathroom. It was like Chernobyl out there. I could hear everyone retching and coughing,
Chernobyl.
and I was backed into a
Like
corner,
a
and I could
disgusting
almost see
odor.
the stench slowly filling the room from under the door, like chemical warfare. I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, oh god, oh
Why
god,
you run
someone
to the
help me.
bathroom? Why you just get out of it?
Help!
Duh.
But fortunately, my beautiful, darling roommate, whom I love so dearly, came to the rescue with an ingenious protocol for disposing of the shrimp, which was taking it and shoving it down the bathroom drain with his fingers. And this next part may shock you, but this actually did not work at all. And in fact, it just got rotting shrimp stuck in the drain and left.
Why don't you just throw it in the toilet? Why in the drain? Because the toilet will just flush it down the way. I mean, I know the drain. You know, I think the toilet might be much better of it. Is it? I don't know.
The lingering stench permeating our dorm for weeks afterwards. Bro, it was traumatizing. Do you guys think he'll make a good best man at my wedding? I think he would.
Okay.
I should ask him in like 10 years. Someone remind me in like 10 years to ask.
Okay, I don't know why he has weapons in the back of the car. That's my question, but let's not talk about it. But this is good. Okay, I see why it's how so many. It's very unique. It's very unique. That's what it is. It's different. It's new. And people love this. And you know, Storytime animations are really fun to watch, and it is. All right, next one. My humiliating choke tour kid arc. I don't know why. It's just okay. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was the monkey boy in the Apple store, okay? I hit puberty in like 10th grade, and for most of my middle and high school years, there was not one single microliter of testosterone in my entire body. I was such a squeaker, my voice could probably break a wine glass just from screaming after losing a round of Clash Royale on the school bus. And so when I joined choir in 7th grade, I was immediately placed into the highest possible section. And it was in this section that there was one particular event that stands out as the crown jewel of humiliating school memories. Okay, so the teacher was like talking to our section about how we sounded really good or whatever, and this kid raises his hand and he's like, actually teacher, there's only one person here that's really good at singing. So the teacher's like, who is it?
It was you.
Let me preface this by saying that I plan to donate my body to science because my brain needs to be dissected and studied in a lab of elite scientists to determine exactly what critical wires crossed for me to think that he was talking about me. Look, I had no prior history of singing. I was not known to be a singer. In fact, nobody had ever commented on my singing for any reason up until that point. But for some godforsaken reason, I raised my hand and I was like, me! At the exact same moment that everyone else in the section, in perfect unison, points to this other kid. Me. Who actually took singing lessons. Also, dude, I genuinely don't know what the is wrong with me.
Hey,
in
no
middle
swearing.
school, I had this really weird singular leg hair that kept growing longer and longer, which for some reason was also completely blonde. I don't know why. I think I was mutating, and I was so proud of it too. I thought I was going to be in like the Guinness Book of World Records for having the longest leg hair or something. It was probably 3 or 4 inches long by that point, and I was bragging about it to my friend who sat next to me, and he was justifiably repulsed by this.
I agree. I was
monstrosity.
like really
But
weirded
then,
out.
This bastard waited until my back was turned, and he reached over and plucked it out, which in retrospect, he was doing me a massive favor. But again, I was a
Hey, I mean, you know, he did it for good reasons. Like, yeah, take that thing out. That's weird.
Child. And I crashed out and I started attacking him with the rubber band, like stretching it back and stinging him with it. I think the teacher had to get involved. And we were straight up evil, man. Like, actually evil. We used to stick pretzel sticks down random people's backpacks when they weren't looking.
Why?
I actually filmed it one time on my iPhone 4.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the choir teacher also went ballistic on us for that, which was
Just
definitely
press on
deserved.
someone
But
back.
bruh, everyone hated that teacher.
That's cool,
She
that's
did
funny.
this infuriating thing where instead of shushing people when they're talking during class, she'd go, whoopsie, whoopsie. Like, what do you mean, whoopsie? Did you slip on a banana peel? What's up? Anyways, here on the track, Adol Bougie.
No, one more.
Draw by eyes in stereo. Yeah.
What do you mean, whoopsie? Not like shut it. No, whoopsie. Okay. Yeah. Let's watch another one. Alright, intrusive thoughts.
Do y'all get intrusive thoughts? Like when
Yes.
you're walking on the sidewalk
The last
and cars
one.
coming
Last video
and there's a
watch.
random voice in your head that's like,
If you don't pass that fire hydrant, by the time that car passes you, you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
I get those, but like on steroids. It's like there's a
Okay.
funny little character that follows me around. We'll call him Mr. Silly. And every day,
Mr. Silly. Okay.
injects 50 intrusive hypothetical situations directly into my brain at inconvenient times. It's so funny. I love it. For example, whenever
Okay.
I'm in a public gathering holding any sort of fragile or spillable object, Mr. Silly will be like,
Hey, what if you drop that? What if you drop that right now?
and I'm like, Mr. Silly, you're so funny. Why would I do that? And then Mr. Silly will proceed to perfectly calculate what would happen if I did do that, including the exact reactions of everyone to a horrifyingly realistic degree. Like, I'd be apologizing, and then the host would be like, oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. And then internally I'd be like,
Bad Dobby. Bad Dobby.
and meanwhile, I'm just standing there like, and maybe it's some kind of evolutionary trait for the human mind to try and come up with possible scenarios in order to plan ahead. And you know what? That checks out. But then there's the
I guess.
intrusive thoughts that just don't even pretend to make any semblance of sense at all. Like, Mr. Silly will be like,
Actually, forget the drink. What if you started attacking that guy and yelling slurs at the top of your
Whoa!
lungs right
Okay.
now? And then airdrop live leak gore videos to everyone.
wow, Mr. Silly. How fascinating. Thank you for pondering this extremely likely scenario. When I was younger, I developed this fear that everyone was actually aliens except me. And if I ever brought it up to them, they'd all immediately pull off their human skin suits and be like,
Yes, we are aliens.
I think that was around the same time that Mr. Silly came up with this fun little challenge for me to do every night.
Or I don't know. I was thinking about philosophy, but no. I guess. I guess. I was
Where I used to recite this extremely long and precisely worded script that I made
like-
up, and it took like
like-
15
Is this real? Like, is this real? like that, you
minutes
know?
to complete. And then I'd get up like 5 times in a row to drink exactly 5 gulps of water from the bathroom sink because I thought if I didn't do that, like the sun would explode or something.
What?
I mean, this is completely normal though. Like everyone does that. Recently,
Not-
I told my
not
friend about
really.
that, and they were like,
I don't
"Please see a
think so.
doctor. This is textbook OCD behavior." And I was like,
Is it?
This whole topic gets me thinking about metacognition. Like, how are we able to think about our thoughts? Like, what are thoughts? You ever think about that? What are thoughts? Where do they come from? They're like little fairies. They're like, there's nothing worse than the feeling of being trapped inside your own mind. There's literally nowhere to run. I mean, what?
I don't know, man. Because we have. I don't know. There's no reason. I wouldn't just say it anyways. We have thoughts because we think. We have a brain. And we're like the more conscious mammals on entire Earth, right? We're like really conscious. We're conscious, and we have able to think that we actually think. That's what we're the smartest species on Earth. We know what we're doing, but we actually don't know what the truth of it. Right? It's like that. But I don't know. We think. I don't know why, but we are very conscious. We could think our heads, and I don't know really, but we're smartest, I guess.
Well, other than the various distractions corporations have conveniently invented for the exact purpose of externalizing our attention. Wow, that's great.
I do the
I love
TikTok.
that. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Sometimes I'm sitting here like, man, am I evil?
I only have YouTube, not other social media.
I guess everyone has
Let's think of that
terrible
forever.
thoughts sometimes, but here's the question. Which is our true self? Is it our most honest and unfiltered thoughts? Or is it who we choose to be and how we choose to act? Is it
I would say, oh, that's a good one. That's, I guess, a little bit philosophy.
I guess everyone has terrible thoughts sometimes, but here's the question. Which is our true self? Is it our most honest and unfiltered thoughts? Or is it who we choose to be and how we choose to act?
I would say we think, we act. When just say you made a mistake and you want to fix that mistake and you think and I don't think you feel, I think you don't need the brain of it, you start to think, you have to fix it. And then you kind of movement, you kind of like, let's just say I spelled this, you know, like this, like spell it. And I'm just like, let's not do it again. Let's not do it again, my brain said, and myself. There we go. Don't do this again. And you won't do it again, but in my will, if you think good. That's my take. That's...
Is it really the thin barrier between thought and action that determines who we are? I'll let you know as soon as I escape from this alien prison.
Okay. Hey, Cooper. So anyways, yeah, I like this channel, real deal. And see you soon.